Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, traders from across the globe. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for tuning in. YouTubers, fans, Omniacs, thank you so much for tuning into my videos. And a special thanks to you guys who show up during the day to my 2 p.m. Eastern YouTube Lives. I've been doing them every day, and you guys are showing up. I will continue to do them every day at 2 p.m. Eastern, where I put the camera on, we go live on YouTube, and I analyze charts for us. It's charts I want to look at, charts you want to look at. The crowd's growing. I'm enjoying doing it, so I will try to do it every day when humanly possible. Again, thank you for tuning in, and I will see you there. Traders, this is my 2,270th edition of Short-Term Trading Live with Oscar Carboni. And remember, the trading we're going to speak about in this video applies for tonight, right after the video, through tomorrow. And we're always out of our trades at the end of the day by the close if we haven't taken profits or been stopped out at some point during the session. So remember that. The OMNI, the trades I produce for OMNI are day trades. What we're going to do today means today. For Tuesday, it doesn't mean we'll be doing the same thing on Wednesday. Traders, remember the risk involved. Put your stops in. Put them in first. Never trade without stops, because then you can end up like this. It happens. I kid you not. So put your stops in. Put them in first. Watch trading futures and options without stops, especially of all things, because, boy, you can end up in the deficit column. If you understand that, let's take a look at this. And before we get there, hey, OmniCamp is happening in just a few days. You OMNI campers, I'm so looking forward to meeting you here in Vegas and inviting you to the OMNI compound. In the next day, I'll send you an email with the address, the double secret probation address that you'll be staying at while you're in Vegas. And you'll need no supplies at all. Remember, OmniCamp, you need no supplies. Just dress nicely. You know, we're not wearing shorts and flip-flops to work. This is Wall Street, right? So you don't have to dress like you're on Wall Street with a suit and tie, but, you know, a pair of pants, a shirt. That's how we dress at OmniCamp. Barring that, I will see you kids. I'm so excited. I will see you guys on Friday. Traders, let's go look at what should happen on Tuesday. Divergence all over the place in U.S. indices, technical divergence. Any analysts out there, anyone who even knows how to look at charts briefly would recognize that our indices, the transportation average, the Dow, the E-mini S&P, the Russell, the NASDAQ, they're pointing in all kinds of different directions, and we'll look at those charts. Crude oil making diesel and gasoline very expensive, and you know that hurts all of us. You know where, right? Right in the pocket. Everyone knows that, right? It's going to hurt companies, it hurts us, it hurts everyone on the planet, except for, of course, the 3.9% of the people on the planet that have an EV. But that makes the price of electricity go up anyway when everything else goes up. You know how that works, right? Well, the energy goes up together anyhow. So we're all going to get spanked if crude continues to make its way into the 70s. Watch out for that. Now, for short-term trading, this is what I expect for tomorrow. Crude looks nice and strong. Why not continue buying dips on big pullbacks in crude? On big pullbacks in crude. You don't just jump in and buy. Technical pullback, and then we get long crude again. Then there's Bitcoin. And I'll tell you right now, Bitcoin's about to set sail. I'll show you that chart. And we're going to buy the dips in the Russell 2000. At the end of this whole mess, with everything I just told you there, that's what I'm doing on Tuesday. Traders, with no further ado, let's go look at some charts. Traders, these markets are diverging. This looks kind of crazy. While you're trading these markets, remember my favorite saying. Stops are in. Emotions are out. Traders, if you can remember that, it will help you when you put yourselves in these crazy positions and it's starting to threaten your stop. Make sure you say that to yourself over and over again. So, Dow Jones Transportation Average Daily Bar. Falling apart, right? That looks scary. If you had no other chart to gauge at all, and that was the entire Dow, that was all the stock market, wouldn't that scare you? I don't like the way that looks. I don't like the way it fell out of this long channel. If you look at the Dow Jones Transportation Average like this, well, being that we had the big channel we were in, are we now starting to ride the bearish channel on the way down? So it's starting to feel, in my opinion, the effects of crude oil. But where's the divergence? Dow Jones Transportation Average looking like that. And then you go to Russell 2000 and look at this insane day. In fact, let's go to a green marker. Look at this insane day. On the same day Transportation Average goes down, that's what the Russell 2000 did. And guess what, kids? We bought the lows, baby. OMNI told us on Sunday night. Get long, Russ. Don't get scared. We bought it right here, and we rode the bad boy up and had a nice profit for the day. Thank you, OMNI. So, Transportation Average looks terrible. Then you look at Russell, looks fantastic, right? You look at the NASDAQ and it says, well, I'm not quite sure. Am I bullish? Am I bearish? What am I? But more bullish than bearish, and I'll show you why. It's been keying off of this 50-bar moving average for quite some time. Watch this. It gets above the average, it gets below the average February this year. They start to sell it. Gets under the average and it stays. Tries to get above, can't do it. Tries to get above, can't do it. Does get above, look at how they just buy the crap out of it. And it gets to here. As soon as it gets below, breakdown. So we are above that average now, right? Here and here. As well as we are inside of this blue channel, which met right at the average, and that makes me think NASDAQ looks bullish. So, we've got Transportation Average very bearish, Russell very bullish, NASDAQ bullish, and then you look at the E-mini S&P and it's about to slam into a possible double top. The opposite of bullish, right? So you've got bullish, bearish, bullish, bearish. I say this, both NASDAQ and Russell say, no way, you are not stopping for the double top. You will go through. So that's the way I see this chart, only because of those two. Whatever ES does tomorrow, it will do. I won't be trading the ES. I will be trading the Russell. But NASDAQ and Russell say ES blows through that double top. We'll take it one day at a time. Then there's crude, which is why the Transportation Average is starting to feel the pain. Crude oil is all the way up here now. So you are at the 70 mark, and I am telling you 70 plus, not $70 crude. Every video I tell you the same thing. In the 70s, you start breaking that 74, 75 mark in crude, boy, oh boy, are we going to start to feel the pain. You will see. We don't need this to happen, but it is happening. Why is crude so strong? Because the dollar index has been so weak. Look at it. Since it dropped under my average, it's been a disaster area. Back under it, it stays under and drops. Then look, finally, something different. After a year or so of being under it, it gets above. But it doesn't last all that long. Gets back below. And now it's inside of a bearish channel. Got out of the channel for one day, right back down into it, and it looks like that as I speak. Back in this channel, after being in a really long channel for, I don't know, years on the way down, had a little brief explosion out of the OMNI average, but that didn't last, and down we go. And as the dollar goes lower, of course, it's going to make crude oil move higher. Then there's Bitcoin, 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 Bitcoin. Except for I shouldn't be clapping even slightly. Because I own Bitcoin, let's see. I own Bitcoin here, and I own it here, and I own it here, and I own it here, and I actually got lucky and I got some here. And I'm here to tell you it's likely going to go here. So it either holds 28.4, or right here, the test of this low bar, or we go to new targets of 23,000 to 21,000. So I can't call this target yet until we break that. Once we break that, I will call these targets, because even though this is a bearish pennant flag, pennants tend to sometimes break out the opposite way. You never know what's going to happen. Till we get the breakout, which for now I'm calling the downside, even though I'm long, it is what it is. We call charts for what they are. Bitcoin does not look good here. I'm thinking downside, even if it gyrates up inside of this channel, which is a few thousand points inside the flag, but eventually that's probably where we'll head. If we break 28.4, 23 to 21 is where it will go. We're on hold for now until we break that pattern. And all of that I just showed you amounts to one thing. I'm buying Russell tomorrow. Traders, meet me at livewithoscar.com in my free trading room. I will see you there. Be sure to subscribe to my videos.